The reliability of our Texas power grid has been a big concern for many Texans since the big freeze of February 2021. One solution gaining popularity across Texas: battery farms.
They help store sustainable energy. But the KVUE Defenders found that energy storage solutions do not exactly make for an environmentally friendly neighbor.
They brought more of the
To say Christopher Dyer loves his yard,
They're so pretty, though.
Yeah, I know. These are gorgeous.
is an understatement.
I have a lot of pride in my yard.
Pruning flowers and maintaining a manicured lawn gives him peace.
This is my therapy.
Therapy that once included tranquility.
That's such a nice sound.
That changed in late 2023 when construction of a battery energy storage system, or BESS, started feet away from his property line.
We had no idea that something like this would ever happen, like this close to us.
4 months. Dyer says he put up with so much construction noise, he installed water features to help drown it out. But his wife just couldn't take it.
All the noise that these guys were generating, she couldn't focus.
She temporarily moved out to focus on her studies.
She's working on her master's degree and she has to compete with that stuff.
Besides the noise, Dyer says vibrations from the construction and heavy equipment cause cracks throughout his house.
Here.
And even before construction started, Dyer says news of the battery storage facility prevented the sale of his house. He had it on the market from March of 2022 to February of 2023. He read as part of a broker's letter.
I showed their home numerous times to prospective buyers during that period. Even after the Dyers lowered their list sales price several times, the number one concern of prospective buyers was the issue of the new battery farm.
Dyer is also worried about potential dangers, especially if the lithium-ion batteries catch fire. In May, a fire at a California lithium-ion battery storage facility burned for 5 days and prompted evacuation orders. We reached out to the parties behind the battery storage project: Regis Energy Partners, Excelsior Energy Capital, STEM Incorporated, and City of Mason representatives. We wanted to find out about safety measures in place for the new battery storage facility next to Dyer's home, but no one responded. So we did some digging. According to ERCOT, this battery energy storage system is one of nearly 800 planned storage projects in Texas as of March. That number includes battery storage projects combined with solar, wind, and other technologies. In May, ERCOT shows that number jumped to 830 projects planned. Most of them are standalone battery energy storage facilities like the one next door to Dyer. According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, Texas now leads the U.S. market for large-scale energy storage. In fact, the federal government expects the Lone Star State to install 6.5 gigawatts of utility-scale batteries in 2024. 1 gigawatt powers about 750,000 homes.
They're always on. They're ready to deliver power whenever you flick the switch and you need them.
Pablo Vegas is the CEO of the Electric Reliability Council of Texas. ERCOT is the state's power grid operator. He says battery storage facilities are flexible and help with grid reliability, but they can only provide 1 to 3 hours worth of power.
And so when we're dealing with longer term events, whether it's long-term heat waves or long-term cold snaps, we're going to need a balance of resources.
We are now seeing a whole lot of standalone.
Doug Lewin is the author of the Texas Energy and Power newsletter. He says the Inflation Reduction Act's 30% tax credit led to the explosive growth of battery storage facilities in Texas. And while not all the planned projects will become reality, he says enough of them will eventually come online to make a difference, especially during the 2 time periods that are most problematic for Texans.
The summer nights and then the winter mornings.
The rapid growth and lack of regulations of these battery storage facilities caught the attention of at least one lawmaker last session.
We are seeing it pop up in small towns. We're seeing it pop up out in the middle of nowhere.
During the 2023 legislative session, State Representative Andrew Murr told the House Administration Committee he wanted to create a group to study the impact of large-scale battery systems. But House Bill 4574 died in committee. Murr's other piece of legislation, House Bill 4971, would have created a permitting process.
I investigated with all state and federal agencies that I could think of, and there is not a permit in the world that applies to a battery storage facility.
That bill also died in committee.
That doesn't help me.
Dyer says the city of Mason did pay to build this fence, blocking most of the view of his unwanted neighbor. But he says that's not good enough.
It's too close.
Dyer says talks with Regis about paying for damage to his home are not progressing.
We don't have our view no more.
He says he's now considering all his legal options. Now, we reached out to Wes Verdell, the Republican candidate for the open House District 53 seat. He is set to replace outgoing state representative Andrew Murr come November. We asked him if he has any plans to file legislation to regulate battery farms. In a statement, Verdell said he needs to study this matter more in depth before giving an opinion.